this is James Hughes with the Integration Department, and I'm here today to talk to you about creating 3D images that can be printed with our 3D printers here at the district. So we're going to start today by going in your browser to Tinkercad. You can go there by simple Google search. When you get to the link, click on it. It's going to take you to this screen. Once you're in, you're going to come over here to the upper right and click on Signing In. And this will be for every single person in the district. What I'm going to do is go right here to this link which says sign in using social providers. Once I've done that, I'm going to come here to Google. Now, if this is your first time coming in to Tinkercad, you're going to get this pop-up screen that's going to show you different things to do. We're going to go ahead and close that for right now. And we're going to move over here to where it says create new design. We're going to come in here and just kind of explore. First thing we want to do is up here, this is the title of our document. So I'm going to click on this, I'm going to change it, and we're going to put our name so that we know what this project is and who it belongs to. So that'll be the store name. We have a few different options over here. First thing we have is we can click on to collaborate. When we have the person with the plus, we're going to generate a new link, and this link right here we're going to copy. So post this link, and this will allow us to eventually print out your project. Okay, now I have my work plane here, and so I have a few different options. Whenever I want to change my angle, I can look from the top, I can look from the side, back, or even underneath. Okay, if I ever want to go back to the original view, I'll click home, it'll take me right there. I can also click and move this around using my touchpad, mouse. I can also zoom in or zoom out. I can adjust to a set setting if I want. Now I'm going to move over here, and I have my basic shapes through Tinkercad. A box, and this will be a transparent box or transparent cylinder. This will be a solid color box, and I have all these different options available here to me. I have text right here and scribble we'll look at in a second. So I'm going to click a box, I'm going to drag it over here to my work plane, and I'm going to adjust my angle to home. I'm going to look at it in front. So I see right now I have a bunch of different boxes. I'm going to start by looking at this black cone up here at the top. Whenever I highlight over it, it turns red. And this, what it does is allows me to drop above or below my work plane. Whatever is below the work plane won't be printed. And another thing we need to keep in mind is right now this image is floating. This is not going to print if it's not on the work plane. So we need to be sure that whenever we're working, we have it directly on the work plane. So once it's all at zeros, I'm good to go. So now I have a bunch of different boxes. We talked about this moves the object up and down. If I want to increase the size, right now it's a height of 20. I can move it up or I can move it lower. If I want to extend the width of it, and click on a corner white box and adjust it as necessary. So right now I want to move it down to about 15, and then I can also come over here. I can change the color, which this will be necessary as you have different images that you're going to include on here. I can add another image, and my encouragement to you is when you're adding another image, make sure you change the color. It will help you know exactly the difference between the two. Whenever one is on top of another, it will look kind of like it's being swallowed in quicksand here. And change my angle to where I can see it a little bit better. I can come up here to my cone, I can shrink it down in and move it over as necessary. Change my other angle here. I see that I'm not centered, so if I want to move it over, I can do that, or I could just resize my red box if I have it set the way I want. Change my angle again. It's back to where I want it. I can come over here and click on scribble, and once I have created a design that I prefer. So I'm going to come in here, create my squiggly lines. If I like it, I can click done. And I now have these squiggly lines. Remember what I said about wanting to make sure that my coloring is different? So I'm going to change that, and I'm going to adjust it like so, and then I'm going to add it into my box. Well, I messed up real quick, so I can go back to where it was, come back and click on it, and I can add it here to the side of my box. Now it's a little bit off underneath the work plane, so I can click on it, move it as I choose. Remember, I can only change the height by the cone, so I'm just being reminded of. And now it's set. Again, nothing is floating, everything is directly on the work plane like it should be. I can zoom out if I need to, come up to the top, look at it as necessary, and return if I want. Now let's go back home. If I want to add text, I'm going to drag my text over here, and I'll come over here to this box, type my text. So once I've typed it, I'm going to change again my coloring. I'm going to shrink it down, and now I may need to adjust it. I can adjust it this way, or go to the side, grab where I have the compass, I can turn it, and now I'm going to grab this compass and I want to turn it up. And now if I'm happy with my size, I can come here and shrink it as necessary. I'm going to take it into the box if I want. Go back home. It gives me a better viewpoint, and I see it's still a little bit big for my box, so I'm going to adjust it down. So this I can put in here. It's still not completely flat, so I'm going to adjust it. Now I want to look at it the front. Again, always change your angles so you can see the hello is a little bit below the work pane. So remember, we click on the cone and we move up. Okay, that's about it for Tinkercad. Be sure that at some point you come up here to this little person with the plus, you click on it, copy this link, and post that link into the form. That way we can get to your project and print it out for your final production. If you have any questions, please let us know. Thanks.